Simon Davis with It's a Fencer's Life, Lessons from the Trenches.
G'day guys, Simon here again, back with another episode from Lessons from the Trenches, A Fencer's Life, and I want to talk to you today about things that go haywire in your business and what to do when it all turns to crap, basically. And this is sort of brought onto me this week by something that I've been struggling or trying to do for a long time, not necessarily business related, but most of you guys would know from following me, or that do follow me. And if you don't follow me, I'm a dog lover, love dogs. I've got 3 dogs here at home. Got a purebred border collie sheepdog that I'm working as she's only young, 18 months, and trying to train her in between busy days working out in the jobs and computer work and farm work and things like that. So he's starting to come along quite well. Very, very high energy. I only have a very small property as well, so we've only got about 5 acres here and 20 or so sheep mucking around. So basically I don't need a dog, but it's just been a dream of mine to actually get in and train a dog myself from scratch and to see how I go and see if I have the ability to do that. And let me tell you, I can say that it is very, very challenging, and I struggle a bit. But little Maggie is coming along so well, and she's doing remarkably well, and probably more so than anything, it's me who is the one who's getting in the way, giving her the wrong commands, putting my body in the wrong position for her to work around. And but anyway, she's been going quite well. She's working. She's a pretty intelligent dog. And then I decided to take her out into the big paddock the other day, and she's gone out into the big paddock with the lambs and done some work. I've had to put a muzzle on her because she's very energetic, and she was starting to bite a bit. She's got a hard bite. Her father was a champion work dog, and he had a fair bit of bite with cattle. So Maggie's got this little tendency to bite a bit. So I put a muzzle on her on the sheep, so she doesn't hurt them and protect them a little bit. But anyway, I put a muzzle on her, took her into the big paddock with the bigger sheep, and of course there was a wallaby in the paddock. Well, that just turned everything that was happening into absolute chaos. Couldn't pull the dog up. Wallabies running around an acre paddock, jumping through fences and belting itself up, and the dog hot on its tail, running around crazy. And then she got that buggered. She come and laid down and wouldn't work at all. She just refused to work, and I was just lost. I was yelling and screaming and bloody getting real frustrated. And in the end, I just had to sort of walk away and call her back up to the house yard and put the sheep away and let her go for another day. We'll try it another day. But it just reminded me of things that happen in our business when we do exactly the same thing and things go quite array or astray on a fencing job site. We've all been there. Things don't turn up on time. Materials break. Tools break. Generally, when you're out in the middle of nowhere and you haven't got something that you need, and you've got to spend 2 hours to race back and grab stuff, or you have bad clients, you have somebody standing over your shoulder watching you all the time. You get away from the working side of things, and you might have a really quiet period. And I know a lot of the people I've been talking to, economy in the US has slowed down a little bit, and with their winter, some blokes are finding it hard to get going again, or are trying to start up businesses in poor economic areas, and things are going a little bit slow for them, and they're struggling financially to kick off again. So big blokes seem to be doing okay, but the smaller blokes are sort of battling to get the scraps at the moment, from what I've been led to believe from the conversations that I've had. But it's those things that build the resilience in yourself and in your team, when you can stay calm and work through the processes that you have in place to get the job done. For example, this week we've been on a big job putting big cantilever gates in, digging big footings for the cages and the concrete, and the first 2 days was absolutely stinking hot, and the next 2 days have been pouring rain. So it's been a bit of a challenge with mud and trying to keep things clean, so we don't make a mess through car parks and etc. on a public school based system now that all the kids are back at school as well. So again, more challenges that you've just got to come up with and face. And as I said, it builds that resilience and that bit of tenacity that you have to sort of keep going and look outside the box of how you can do things, how you can move. Sometimes you just got to change job sites quickly and move on to another one if one's not accessible. Other times you've got to get out and door knock and chase leads down as best as you can, make phone calls, do direct messages, go back through your data list and make calls through that to see if anybody needs anything. That may bring an influx of work in, may not, but it may generally does bring an influx of work in. One of the other big things it does is also let your clients know that you're still around. I've said this before on previous podcasts, that if you're not talking to your current clients, your opposition probably is, and you're missing out. So that's something that you have to keep in mind that you really want to do and move forward with. So yeah, just wanted to touch that, share that little story about my little pup and what she sort of is bringing to the table. She's teaching me a whole new level of patience. I wouldn't say calmness, because she frustrates the hell out of me sometimes, but I realise that because I am the only one training her, then what I'm telling her or what I'm doing is a direct reflection on what she's able to do. So she's looking for me for guidance, and I sometimes am not able to provide the right guidance for her. Same in your business. If things are going awry out on site or in the office or financially, there are people who are going to be looking for you for guidance, and you have to lead them. So not always an easy task, very challenging sometimes, but if you can lead them in the best possible way, one of the ways I do that now with my guys is I sit and I talk to them. I just talk to them and say, right, well, how do we go about this? How do we do this? This job is not a very good financial job for us, or these types of jobs aren't financial for us, so we're not going to chase those jobs anymore. We're going to chase these ones, which means we need a different skill level. We need to move into a different area. So those things help get their feedback from them, and they'll say, yes, we can do that. No, we can't do that. I think that's a really good idea, boss, that we're going down this track because we enjoy this type of work a lot more rather than this fastidious moving around every couple of days. Lots of the things. You go to your storeman, go to your yardsman. How can we utilise the labour more in the yards so we're making getting more bang for your buck, so to speak. So they're all little things you can just do to get things rolling around and correcting a bad decision or a bad client or a bad payer. When things sort of turn to crap, you just try your best to stay calm. Get your paperwork in order is always a really good thing. If you've got correct paperwork and you've got bad clients, that will pretty much solve a lot of that. Doesn't always, but the gist of it is that 9 times out of 10 you will save more headache with good paperwork than without it. So one of the other things coming up, we've got the Australian Fencing Industry awards and ceremonies and conference on the 7th of March, I think it is, in a couple of weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, and coming up down in Melbourne. I'm really stoked. One of my companies has been nominated for 2 awards, I think, maybe 3. We've made the finals again for 2023, so we're going to head down to Melbourne, and my wife and I are going down to the ceremonies and the awards, and I'm really looking forward to catching up with a lot of other fencers and seeing a lot of people. So that's really exciting. So that's something this year that is happening early for us, so we get a good positive vibe for the industry straight off the bat, and as we move and as we grow. As I said, having a lot of conversations with people overseas, a lot of fencers joining the Fence Post group. So if you haven't joined there yet and you're a fencer or landscaper, please join there, come in and see us and talk to us. There's a lot of things happening in our group and in our areas and overseas and abroad. Fence Tech, I believe, has just happened for the Americans, and apparently was a huge success. So that's been awesome to hear. I see Sean King heading the offense for the fencing industry in America. I'm not sure exactly what it's all about, but I think it's all about bringing more fences together, which is what I'm all about. I think that is the best and most appreciated outcome for fencers globally, let alone just in your own little back area. It's always been dog versus dog, sort of jungle world out there, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, especially when we're fencing, because we can all come together and band together, and then it can be fencer with fencer fighting against other issues like non-paying customers and things like that, and it's even suppliers. If all the fencers come together and start working with some of their suppliers a little bit better and a bit more loyally as well, things can change the economy quite rapidly. Also, saying that too, the suppliers have to come to the party as well and be willing to sort of give a little bit with the fences on the ground. So I think that's something that is really good for our industry and is moving forward in a rapid pace, which is exciting. So that's all I've got today. I do have a podcast with Katie, who was on the Profit First, one of my very first guests actually on the Fencer's Life. She's going to I'm going to do an interview with her on next Friday, I believe. Or she's interviewing me. I'm her guest on this one, so stay tuned for that one. I'll put a list up for that, and we can go from there. Great to see all you guys out there doing outstanding work. Love seeing your pictures, love seeing your videos. Keep them coming on the Fence Post. If you're not part of the Fence Post, as I said, please join. Sing out. If you need any information on any of the stuff I do with mentoring or coaching other fencers, please also sing out to me, and you'll know where to find me if you follow the prompts. Okay, all the best. Stay safe out there. Thank you very much.